Now let's turn to the situation in Iceland and how that relates to Ireland. The bottom line is that Iceland stood up to the threats of the bankers, stood up to the threats of the IMF, and stood up to the threats of the rating agencies and the financial press, and won. They won their freedom by just saying no. No, we will not bail out the bankers. Now, how does this affect Ireland? Ireland is in much better shape to say no to the bankers. No more bailouts for bankers. When I was in Iceland a year ago, members of the Icelandic parliament told me that at the peak of the pressure from the IMF, they were threatened with mass starvation, that the island only had 3 weeks of food left, and that if Iceland did not give in to the IMF demands to cover the bankers' losses, they would be cut off from food imports from the continent. Now that's pressure. Ireland has food production. Ireland has a huge industrial base. And if Ireland stands up to the bankers and rejects IMF calls to raise its corporate tax rate, which at 12% is currently the lowest in the world, businesses will continue to locate there and force other nations to lower their rates instead. Ireland should cut its ties to the EU and boot the euro from Ireland. Ireland does not need borrowed money from Europe in order to have money. Ireland printed its own sovereign money, the Irish pound or punt. It can do so once again and thereby not have to endure the bankers' plan of economic strangulation through austerity measures. Most of all, Ireland should never, never again allow its government to borrow money. Nations don't have to borrow. Sovereign nations can create all the money they need. This ridiculous notion that one nation must rely on borrowing to have money to circulate is nice work if you can get it for the big bankers, but a horrible deal for the Irish people. So here's the 5-step plan for Ireland. Number 1, reject the euro. Number 2, withdraw from the EU. Number 3, print your own money without debt. Pay off the existing holders of Irish bonds with the new punt. If they don't like it, they don't get paid. Number 4, stop fractional reserve lending. Banks should only be allowed to lend money they actually have. Right now, they lend out at least 12 times the amount of capital they really have, and that's only if they follow the rules. It's nothing but legalized counterfeiting of your national money, but they get to do it because they own your government, because your government borrows from them. Number 5, forbid government borrowing. The borrower shall be servant to the lender, and the Irish of all people should not allow themselves to be slaves to anyone. Restore your sovereignty. I'm still reporting from Washington. Good day.